2. Are we live? I believe we are live. What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. We don't got time to do a video. We had to bust out the live stream because it looks like the Eagles are signing veteran cornerback Bradley Roby, former Saint, former Bronco. It was first reported by Jordan Schultz. Actually, I think, what's his name got it as well. Field Yates. He brought it up first, but Jordan Schultz confirmed it. Source, former Saints and Broncos starting cornerback Bradley Roby is signing with the Eagles after today's workout. Field Yates only talked about the workout. Jordan Schultz confirms the signing. I'm told Roby, who has 3 career pick sixes, fielded interest from multiple teams, but wanted to help Philly win a Super Bowl. Did you hear that? One of the main reasons he picked a city of brotherly love, he picked Philadelphia, is because he wants to win a Super Bowl. He knows it. Some of the media know it. We know it, but we got to get everybody on board. Shout out to Notification Gang. Let's get a quick break with the intro.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, shout out to everybody in the building. We already got a super chat, but before we go anymore, because we're going to talk for a good 30 to 45 minutes, help your boy out and hit that like button if you're watching it on a rerun. If you're here now, do your boy a favor, subscribe, and turn that bell on, the last thing that rang, so you know when we drop these videos or go live so you could be here live. Shout out to my guy, Cool Eagle, with the $5 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle!
He said, hey, salute my boy Howie's at it again. Y'all hit that like/subscribe for Philly Mike. I appreciate it. And again, Bradley Roby played his last 2 seasons with the Saints. Last year, he started 10 games. He was available for 13 games, started 10 of them, had 5 pass deflections, and a tackle for loss. So again, we're not talking about some washed up guy. He's decent. He's legit. He's been around. He's going to use his brain in particular situations, whether to not hit a quarterback going out of bounds, this, that, and the third. I know Terrell Edmonds is a safety, not a slot corner, but all that plays a part in what we had to go through these 4 weeks, right? Reed Blankenship has missed time. Cindy Brown has missed time. Bradbury has missed time. Justin Evans has missed time. You're talking about multiple people, and guess what? When Justin Evans was over there making plays for the Saints, at one time, Justin Evans was decent with the Bucs and the Saints. Actually, Justin Evans been decent every time he's been healthy, right? That's his problem. All that being said, he's injured. Bradley Roby got some familiarity with Justin Evans, and so I think he's going to fit in his defense good, because if this defense gets to keep Slay on the one side, Bradbury on the other side, and then you get Bradley Roby in the slot, the way the linebacker's been playing, the pressure that the front 5 has been getting, front 4, I should say, and Reed Blankenship himself, I think it solidifies a little bit more the secondary. Sean Desai called the game very soft on 3rd down, maybe for a reason. Maybe he relies on his safety play more than we think, right? With Bradbury going into the slot, this is game 2, but the first game, he only had a handful of plays in the slot. Versus the Washington Commanders was the first time he actually played in the slot a lot. All that being said, I'm looking at the situation where there's a lot of unfamiliarity and mix match going on in the secondary. And whether we believe in the safety that were on the field this Sunday or not, it was clear as day that Sean Desai, on 1st and 2nd down, he sent some blitzes. He disguised the coverage. But what did he do every 3rd down? 3rd down, drop back. 3rd down, drop back. 3rd down, drop back. I'm not bull jiving you. For the simple fact, just look at this real quick. This quick video, and then I'm going to get to your comments, because y'all letting me know what's going on. Again, I showed this yesterday, how Sean Desai got really soft on third down. Forget the whole game. Just look at the key third downs. 3rd and 4. Wide open, right? There's a similarity to every third down. Slay was caught lacking on this play for sure. But mind you, another third down. Now this play coming up next, featuring Bradbury, he doesn't get beat on third down, but Bradbury gets called for a hold. At the end of the day, the Eagles defense was pretty decent on 1st and 2nd, but with penalties and blown coverages, third down we got beat on. That gave Sam Howell his way. Now Terrell Edmonds got to catch that ball for sure, and Josh Jobe can't allow somebody to catch the ball on you at the end of the game. Even though I think there was a little push off here, my whole take is the third down defense was not good because he was playing scared. Jay, that Philly guy, was a member for 6 months. He says, Ski Mask Howie at it again, go Birds. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Again, the simple fact that Roby has 3 career pick sixes is cool, right? That's flashy. But it's what he did with the Saints. He's not this is the top dog in a secondary, but he's a solid piece to a Super Bowl contending secondary that he wasn't our first choice. Avonte Maddox was, but he got a season-ending injury. However, he got the surgery early, so if the Eagles do what we believe they're going to do, right, go the distance, run it back, well, heck, maybe Avonte Maddox comes back the NFC Championship week. Who knows? We got to get there to cross that bridge. But this is killing 2 birds at 1 stone, right? Bradbury has been okay. It's a transition going to the slot, right? But it kills 2 birds with 1 stone. It gets Josh Jobe off the field. It gets Bradbury to the position he plays a lot easier, a lot smoother, a lot better, and it brings in a veteran guy. Now, again, Crevion LeBlanc's out there, too. I think you still got to have depth behind him. I don't really know his injury history, but again, last year with the Saints, he started 10 games, was available for 13. I don't think he was hurt, though, but available for 13, started 10, 5 PDs, 5 pass deflections, and a tackle for loss. He's not afraid to go in and tackle. He's familiar with Justin Evans. I like the signing, right? We don't know the numbers, but you know how he's crossing the T's and dotting the I's. And again, when Field Yates reported it, it was that Bradley Roby worked out with the Eagles. I'm about to get my video ready, and then I see Jordan Schultz, who follows me. A shout out to Jordan Schultz, because, you know, he follows me, and I don't know why he follows me, but I would love to get him on the channel one day. As you see, I follow him. He follows me. 233K people. Breaking news, Taylor Swift, but we not here for that. We here for the Bradley Roby signing. And so he does say some more stuff. Let's read it. Bradley Roby is a prime candidate to play slot for the Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles had All-Pro James Bradbury slide inside recently, but this move would allow him to go back outside. We spoke about that. See, now Jordan Schultz, who's an outsider report, he got connections, right? He knows stuff, or he's not going to be tweeting this. And it's been already confirmed by other sources. That being said, we already knew exactly what it is, but now he's going to get his tweet game up. And yeah, this is why we make that move. You get a veteran presence there. Now the backup plan to this plan would be move Bradbury back in, right? If it came down to that. But signing this dude for what I believe Howie Roseman is going to be pennies on a dollar is a legit move. It's legit. And again, what did Jordan Schultz report? He said exactly this. I'm told, he's not going to lie for no reason, that I'm told Roby, who has 3 career pick sixes, that's cool, but he fielded interest for multiple teams, but wanted to help Philly win a Super Bowl, right? Think about this. Some people go for the money, for sure. And I ain't mad at the game. It's a business. But if the Panthers are offering you a 1-year deal, blah, 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 blah. If the Commanders, listen, you're only going to get a 1-year deal wherever he goes because it's already week 4, right? But teams are offering him deals because teams are getting hurt. We're not the only ones. But when we signed Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph, what did people say? Ha ha! Philly's D-line is washed up. They need to bring in some backups. They need to bring in some old washed. 70 sacks. Now, they were here to stop the run, but 70 sacks, right? Good GMs on contended teams make things happen when the unfortunate situation happens. Charlie G said Roby is a polished vet who can help us out a lot. Perfectly said. Man of God said, I like this move. We needed a slot corner, and we got a good one now. Put Bradbury back on the outside. See, Philly knows what Philly knows. Troy said, I'm glad the experiment with Bradbury in the slot is over. Hey, Bradbury, Bradley, they sound familiar. But look, this was a guy that eventually, if we kept seeing the lackluster play in the secondary, partly on Shonda's side from calling it back, but why is he being so scared? How could you be so physical or so aggressive on first and second and back off on third down the way he did in that Commanders game? When I watched the condensed version, I said, dang, all these open passes are not on first and second, it's on third down. It's the down that you're supposed to get off the field. King DV Sports said, what's good, Philly Mike? This move really helps the slot, and we have to get legit safeties now. But look, Howie's going to do Howie. He's always going to look to upgrade the roster. Trades from Howie normally come closer to the deadline because before he gives up any type of asset, he wants to see exactly what this team needs. Could this team use a receiver? I hear the Claypool stuff. Maybe. Could we use another linebacker for depth? Maybe. Could we use a safety with all these injuries? Sure. Safety's probably my number one. Hold it. Slot corner was, but now that got taken care of. However, who knows what's more important come week 8? Right now, I think the chat will agree with me. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with this. Right now, after getting a slot corner, the biggest upgrade we could do is the safety. Correct me if I'm wrong. Safety could be the biggest upgrade as of week 4, going into week 5. But who's to say we don't lose a blah, 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 or lose another blah, 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 blah. And I don't even want to say the position or a name because I do not want to put it out there in the atmosphere. I don't want to put it in the world. But if we do lose another piece, if somebody starts playing lackluster, maybe another position. See, right now, we know what position is most worrisome week 5. But does week 5 get you to the Super Bowl? Does week 5 get you to the second half of the season? No. So I think it's very smart that trades, you wait for trading to the deadline because that's the last time you can trade and you can ultimately see your team. Right now, safety looks like we can use an upgrade. But who knows, come week 8, we don't need to upgrade somewhere else more importantly, right? Let's just say that right now we say safety. But say week 5, 6, 7, 8, Justin Evans comes back, Sidney Brown comes back. Brown looks like an all-pro. Justin Evans looks pretty good with his buddy Bradley Roby. And now XYZ positions look suspect. That's why it's cool to wait. But guess what? Bradley Roby chilling on the couch playing his Madden 23. He's like, oh, you want to sign me? Oh, you want to sign me? Oh, the Eagles want to sign me? Sign me up. If the Philadelphia Eagles call, tell them, don't even worry. I'm already going to get practicing on my
Eagles! Eagles!
He probably won't play for, he probably paying us to play with us. I'm just kidding. Shout out to my guy Ray Russell with the $2 super chat. He said safety and holding Slay accountable. Slay did have some lackluster play. Now look, it ain't easy guarding Scary Terry. And it also ain't easy guarding Scary Terry when he's playing 10 yards off. He did have a couple. I love that PBU he had. The refs called a flag on it, though. That was not a flag to me, right? There was a lot of bad calls. Going back and watching the condensed game, tomorrow, I had a perfect video for y'all today. But the news broke, so I switched it up to a live stream. Tomorrow's video is going to show a bunch. There was a beautiful spin move by our Philly dog, Jalen Carter. He was tackled by the right guard or the left guard of the Commanders. No call. First down for Howe. Ridiculous. Did I miss? Nah. Mike is right, said the pick up can help a lot. I agree. Listen, I want to hear from y'all, though. As much as I got to do the talking, I'm going to start reading your comments. But first of all, hit the like. We got almost 750, well, we got 759 people in the live stream and only 146 likes. No reason why we can't get it to 300 likes. I know we got some MVPs in the chat. I'm going to play the MVP thing while y'all hit the like. And then I got to ask you a question. From 1 to 10, grade this signing. Now put in perspective everything that's transpired through week 1 and 4. The injuries, what we've seen, who's out there, blah, blah, blah. Grade it 1 to 10, go. And that's also for Howie. The MVP chance is for y'all who can hit the like button, but it's also for Howie Roseman. And again, if you turn on that bell, that third thing that we click, you won't be here, 15, 18 minutes into the live stream. You'll be here right away. We do get most of the information out in the first 10 minutes because if you rocked with Philly Mike, the first 10 to 15, 20 minutes is me doing a bunch of this, getting my thoughts out on the signer, whatever. But then from 20 to 35, 40 is me talking with y'all. So let's see what y'all got. 10, 8, 10, 9, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7.5, 8, 10, 7 and 8, 8, 8, 10, 9. Okay, so the lowest I've seen was a 7. Okay, we got a 6 in there from Swollen City Fitness. But a lot of 7, 8s, couple 10s, that's it's too hard for me to give a 10 right away because I got to see it unfold. But we can only talk about what we know from the player, the opportunity that there's not much else out there unless we make a trade. And I would have believed that how we got him for pennies on a dollar. But I like the consistency with y'all numbers. Solid 7 through 9, couple 10s, 1 6, but a lot of 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9, 7, 8, 9s. I like that, see? Polo Joe said definitely a solid signing. Facts. Robert said any way to help the team, I'm happy. Exactly. Right? We don't know how much of an upgrade, but right now it is an upgrade, right? We're shorthanded. What if somebody else gets nicked up in the secondary? I know a lot of y'all calling for Eli Ricks. He might get his opportunity. But I like that. A lot of 8s, a lot of 9s. Prince Mojito in the building. What's going on with you? Channel member. Unspoken said 8.5 for sure. I like it. Marquise King said I would try Sidney Brown at slot when he comes back. I don't want to rush him back. Hamstrings could linger on throughout the season. That's partly why I think, Quez was limited practice throughout the week, but didn't play. Now, Zacchaeus did drop a crucial pass. I was on him like, what? How'd you drop it? It hit you in the breadbasket. But I like that. He had short memory. Jalen on a crucial 3rd and 8 went to him, and he caught a big one. So we'll see. But as for Sidney Brown, he's played slot at Illinois. Athletic enough. But, Illinois slot, NFL slot, 2 different things. We could see, though. He's definitely, when he played against the Bucs, when he made some plays, he only had 12 snaps, but some were at the safety position, some were at the slot position as he played a big nickel. That's the third safety who comes down and can play the slot. But at the end of the day, you got to mix and match your peaches in the backfield. But adding a guy like Bradley Roby is good. Once again, source, former Saints and Broncos starting cornerback Bradley Roby is signing with the Eagles after today's workout. He's told Jordan Schultz, Roby, who had 3 pick sixes in his career, fielded interest from multiple teams, but wanted to help Philly win a Super Bowl. And of course, he also said what we already know as diehard Eagle fans, right? And again, shout out to Jordan Schultz for following little old me. Bradley Roby is a prime candidate to play in the slot for the Eagles Philadelphia had All-Pro James Bradbury slide inside recently, but this move would allow him to bounce back to his original position, which I am all for 100%. I think my power is about to go out. LAFK said Edmonds is worse than Job. Have you been watching? He definitely put up some bad tape against the Washington Commanders. Big Jabba said that's what... Oh, whoa. Michael said an 8.5. Why is my light keep going out? Selena G in the building. Are we doing GOAT talk for the Rams game? Yeah, look. Me and LB got to link up. I know LB got the new Super Friends weekly, daily, and I'm happy for him. I be watching that, and I be telling him, go ahead and do your thing, represent Eagle Nation, but we do got to squeeze in GOAT talk. It's 1 hour, 1 day a week. We got to stop slacking. We going to get GOAT talk in. Hopefully we get GOAT talk in tomorrow. If it's up to me, I'm going to record my video for today and drop it tomorrow, but I'll drop it early, and hopefully we can get GOAT talk around 6:37. Real quick, though, shout out to my guy, Bald Eagle, with the $2 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle!
Brown in the slot is scary. Corner blitz all day. I do like him being a blitzing safety, a blitzing nickel, a blitzing slot corner, for the simple fact, the way he tackles, hits, and I can see him being that guy who eventually times the snap like a Troy Polamalu. Like that dude for the Niners. I forgot the safety's name for the Niners. Y'all let me know in the chat. Mufasa, whatever his name is. He could definitely grow into that. I will say this. Sean Desai blitzed a lot versus the Commanders, and we did get 5 sacks on Sam Howell. Again, the defense was bad on third down. Every single wide open pass was on third down. Not every single wide open pass. Don't quote me. But the majority. The lackluster play execution, play calling, design was poor on third down. Shout out to my guy D Dragon with the $5 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle!
And oh, by the way, we 4-0, right? There's only 2 4-0 teams in the league. Keep your chin up, Eagle Nation. Don't be letting these other fans punk you. You guys are the worst 4-0 team, blah, blah, blah. I'll be the worst 4-0 team. What are we really doing here? Yes, it hasn't all been flowers and roses, right? I mean, we would all want the flowers to be everywhere, right? Flowers everywhere. But at the end of the day, we found ways to win. D-Dragon with the $5 super chat. Who's going to the Dolphins game? Thinking that's the one I need to hit. It will be my first game at home. Fly, Eagles, fly. Give us the flower song. Now, real quick, I didn't even know he put the flower song. I didn't know he asked for the flower song at the end of the super chat. I honestly didn't know. But that's just what great minds do. They think alike. And it was funny because it hasn't been a bed of flowers the way to 4-0, right? We haven't been sitting back every fourth quarter like, hey, it is what it is. But guess what we got to do from Sunday to the next time we play, right? From Monday to the next time we got to play. From Thursday to the next time we got to play. From Sunday to the next time we got to play. We got to talk our talk. We got to hear, give us our flowers everywhere. And we do love the flower girl. Again, Philly never was given anything. We earned everything that we got, right? The smoke around Jalen Hurts draft pick and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third, we set up really good. And we got a GM that never stops. His phone rings constantly. He's on the phone. My man eats dinner like this. Can you pass the spaghetti? Hold on. Hold the spaghetti. Yeah, so Brownie Roby, how you looking? All right, bye. Oh, can you pass the mashed potatoes? Hold on. Claypool's available? Hey, what's Claypool's asking point? Hold up, can you pass the whatever? Hey, JG, Arizona. How's Buda Baker's hamstring? Like, my guy Howie Roseman, stay on the phone. He probably got a couple of them. I think he has 32. Look, he doesn't want to miss a call from any GM, right? There's 31 GMs in the NFL. Not named Howie Roseman. There's 32, but one of them is Howie. You're not going to call himself, right? Howie Roseman has 31 phones, right? Each GM has a number, so he never misses the call. He just be on each phone, fielding all the offers, fielding all what's going on. Now, Claypool thing, I was going to hit on it a little bit tomorrow or in today's video. Look, if he's a freebie, if we're giving up pennies on a dollar, why not? Injuries happen at the weirdest time, at the worst time. We got two top dogs in A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. No ifs, ands, or buts. But you don't want to lose one or the other. Claypool will fit in. I think he's a really talented wide receiver, just not a number one. And everything going wrong in Chicago. He's healthy scratch, but there's much more important things than a wide receiver as we sit week 4, right? We just watched this offense put up 34 points. And I'm not saying Sam Howell is bad, but he put up 31 points on this defense. This is why he's coming here. Bradley Roby last year, for the people who are just jumping in, played 10 games. This is the difference between a wash player. It's not like he sat out the whole last year and didn't get no. Listen, how good has Zach Cunningham been? Right? This is like a Zach Cunningham pickup. Zach Cunningham was sitting on a market to the very end of free agency. Very end. Zach Cunningham was sitting to the very end. This guy at least has been being reported, as it says right here, Bradley Roby. Oh, snap. Almost messed up. Bradley Roby fielded interest from multiple teams, but wanted to help Philly win a Super Bowl. It's being reported. Zach Cunningham, last to get signed in free agency. Last part of free agency, right? The part where, you're just picking up bums to fill your roster. Nobody wanted him, blah, blah, blah. Zach Cunningham looked good. Nicholas Morrow couldn't make the team. And he's a beast. 10 starts, 1 tackle for loss, 5 passes defended. Listen, 5 passes defended in 10 games. If we had one of them ugly third down, wide open plays, pass defended, the game would have looked different. The Eagles at home would have ran away with it. If we just got one more third down stop, the way the offense was clicking in the second half, it would have been a rapsy-scapsy. I do not like the red zone offense, though. And I'm going to show y'all this real quick. I talked about it in my yesterday video, right? I like the overall play calling from Brian Johnson because he got Hurts cooking. I like some of the double moves and hitches he was running AJ with. I like how he was using Dallas Goedert, right? Everybody talked about we're not using Dallas Goedert. In that Commanders game, we used Dallas Goedert to clear out a lot. We used Dallas Goedert up the seams as a you pick. Safety. Are you going to run with Dallas Goedert? Cool, then I'm going to hit AJ. If he stayed with AJ, we're going to hit Dallas Goedert. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Commanders believed in Emmanuel Forbes, who's going to be a nice young player. But you can't put him on AJ. Can't put him on AJ. Let's bring it back, though. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. You're only winning by 4. This is the most soft, fragile, I don't really care about scoring touchdowns play call on 3rd and 11. You hand the ball off to Kenny G, who, by the way, fumbled, but that's besides the point. 3rd and 11, the score is 21-17, and you hand the ball off in the red zone on 3rd and 11 at the 16. That is conceding the touchdown. Conceding the touchdown. Can't do it. Can't do it. I don't like it. This doll's life, Jenna said, correction. Hubby and I are going to the Eagles/Dolphin game October 22nd. Shout out to everybody who's going to that Dolphins game. That's going to be a fun one. And everybody thinks we don't got the power to keep up. What did the Buffalo Bills do to the Dolphins? Can somebody in the comment section let me know? The Buffalo Bills destroyed them. But the Buffalo Bills lost to the Jets. Football is football. You can't do this team lost to this team, so this team loses to this team, and this team do the... Well, the Eagles only beat the Commanders by 3 in OT. Then we dog walk the Bucks. The Bills lost to the Jets, who Jets can't get a win now. Who now the Bills just beat the Dolphins. There's parity. Too much parity in the National Football League. And when you got a GM like Howie Roseman who doesn't let an injury affect you. Now look, Avonte Maddox has been hurt. He's missed a game or two. And so Sean Desai says, hey, Howie, don't worry yet. We going to try Bradbury in his slot, bang, bang, boom, boom. Howie said, I don't like it. I don't like it. Howie get on the phone, calls up Bradley Roby. Roby's like, look, hey, Howie. Hey, Howie, I got 3 other teams on the phone. Howie said, is 3 other teams going to offer you a chance to go to the Super Bowl? Roby said, you right about that. You absolutely right about that. I got to take it. Gotta take it. John, what's going on with you? Greg said that Dolphins game going to be lit. Hey, we'll see. Let's look at where the Eagles rank. Yards per game and points per game. This Eagles offense has been scrutinized on how bad it's been, right? So let's go total yards per game. The Eagles rank 5th. 5th in the National Football League in points and yards per game. Actually, let the cat out the bag. They're 5th in both. 5th in yards per game, 5th in points per game. Now, yards are cool because the more yards you get should add up eventually to the more points you get, depending on how good you are in the red zone. You could be going up and down the field, but kicking field goals. We got to get better in the red zone. But why? But while we stink in the red zone, the Eagles' offense is 5th in scoring, 5th in points. We average 29.5 points per game. We need this defense, and this is why Howie Roseman got Bradley Roby to be a part of a defense that says if the Eagles' offense scores 29 or more points, they can't beat us automatically. This defense, I would like this defense to hold teams to 16, 17, under 20. I would like the defense to put out a 30-10 type win. Sign me up for that. But with the D-line playing as ferocious as it is, that D-line continues to play like that. Reed Blankenship keeps coming into itself. We get healthy in the safety room with Evans and Brown. Bradbury bounces out to the outside. Slay stays on the outside. Bradley Roby, who had 5 passes defended in 10 starts last year and a tackle for loss, slides in at the slot corner. Maybe you roll coverage at times to help him out, right? But he's not a guy who hasn't played in years. No. He just started 10 games for the Saints last year, who were a fringe playoff team. And guess what? The Saints didn't make the playoffs, not because their defense was bad. The Saints' offense stank. It was horrible. Their defense is why they were a half a game, 1 game. Do you know why the Saints beat us? Yeah, we had Minshew in that game, and their defense was tough. Minshew didn't play that. Minshew blew the game versus the Dallas Cowboys, but he also threw for 300 on the Cowboys, or close to 300. Minshew blew the game against the Saints, and he didn't throw for nowhere near 300 because that Saints defense is good. He's coming from there. He's played a whole year. Well, Justin Evans was never healthy for a year, but he also played with Evans. And I think it's I think it's very good. The communication got to be pretty darn well between slot corner and safety in a Sean Desai scheme. Because Desai might blitz the safety. That means the slot corner might have to drop back into safety position, and vice versa. Slot corner might blitz. Now safety got to come down and take the slot. The disguising and blitzes that Sean Desai does, I think cornerback from the slot corner, and safety have a lot of mirror match plays and responsibilities. That's why Sean Desai is one of them coordinators that play 3 safety looks, right? 3 safeties on the field. 2 of them are going to play their respective position, and one of them is going to drop in the box to be a slot and or a linebacker. When you play big nickel, when you play a 3 safety look, that third safety is a hybrid. Is he a linebacker? Is he a cornerback? No, he's your third safety, the in-betweener. You know what I mean? And so I love this. I love this signing. I love it. Sometimes teams just get good players from from teams, right? Like when the Saints sign a Jets player, he's always good. And when hey, we got Boston Scott from the Saints. He hasn't let us down. You know who else we got? He don't play for us no more, but he did well while he was here. Bobby said Job was repeatedly targeted on Sunday. Yeah. 2 birds, 1 stone. Roby in. Josh Job out. Because now Bradbury goes back to his position. Saab said, bro, they need to develop who needs to develop? Who we talking about needs to develop? Cravion LeBlanc was my guy. He's built for the slot, and Roby as well. Yes. A couple videos ago, I talked about Cravion LeBlanc because he tweeted on Twitter, man, everybody in Philly, I still got love for that city. I don't know. He tweeted this around the time that Avonte Maddox got hurt, right? Was he doing this for the city to make an uproar? Because look, in today's world, social media is huge. If you don't think a viral tweet doesn't get seen by the player, by the organization, it does. I'm not saying we affect their every move, but best believe if we retweet 100,000 times that we miss Cravion LeBlanc and some bigger things taken and say, hey, they should give him a shot. The Eagles might call him up. I'm not saying we make their decisions, but I guarantee you we at least make our voice heard so they can see it and say, let's think about it. We're not going to go that route. Or, why didn't we think about it? They're never going to say, oh, the fans told us to do it. But they at least hear it, see it, and they're also looking at every available. Normally, if a fan is thinking of a situation or a thing that could happen, somebody in the building already mentioned it, right? People are paid to sit down, and think of, there's somebody who's always combing over the free agency, right? So, Philly 500, LB, Joey, me, Joe, Castro. We make a video like, hey, there's a free agent out there. They talked about it. But again, if social media keeps bringing it up, maybe they bring it back around. And maybe they were going over Bradley Roby for the last 2 weeks. Who knows? Philly D said, why have the Phillies game been starting at 8 at night? Hoping for a game day. I hear you, bro. Phillies, listen, Philadelphia, Eagles 4-0. Phillies doing what they do. Gotta appreciate it right now. Michael said Boston Scott is just a reminiscent of Sproles. I mean, Sproles is once. Oh, yeah, Sproles came from the New Orleans Saints to the Philadelphia Eagles. Another great Malcolm Jenkins. Like, look, hold up. I should have been wet more, right? Malcolm Jenkins, Darren Sproles, Boston Scott, not a big game changer, but he's been filling his role for a while. C.J. Garner-Johnson had his best year in the NFL with the Eagles after leaving the Saints. Now, Justin Evans is not by any means woohoo, but he's made some decent plays, right? I think first we're saying, get Justin Evans out of here. And now, the worst we've seen the secondary look in a while. Well, week 1, we looked bad too. But the secondary didn't look good, and he wasn't there. Justin Evans could be a gem from the Saints, and who knows? This guy's not being, see, again, Sproles, all these other ones were traded from the Saints. We're not trading for Bradley Roby. But the last team he played for was the Saints, and we're taking him. And at the end of the day, the Saints don't really have a lot of bums. You can't be a top 10-ish defense for as long as the Saints have been playing with bums. The last 2 years of Drew Brees' career, they were top 10 defense. Drew Brees has been retired for 2 or 3. They've been a top 10 defense. Is he the reason why? No. But he played in it. He contributed in it. 10 PBUs? I mean, 5 PBUs in 10 games from the slot? On his couch? Hello, this is Howie Roseman, GM of the Philadelphia Eagles. Hey, Howie, I got a couple other offers. We got a chance for a Super Bowl, though, bro. All right, say no more. Seth said Sky Queen. I don't know what that means. He's talking about he loved Paw Patrol in here. Hey, to each their own. You know what I mean? Love it. Antonio Holmes, what's going on? Patrick Robinson was a great signing. Y'all letting me know, man. Patrick Robinson was not good the last year he played for the Saints. They used him on the outside, though. He came to us, was getting cooked in the offseason. I mean, in the preseason, in training camp, and blah, blah, blah. Was the best slot corner in the NFL for that 2017 season. And to get us to the Super Bowl, do you remember? Minnesota. The Minnesota Vikings got the ball first. They went down the field. Boom, 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 boom. Touchdown. It was 7-0. Philly Mike was like, what is going on? How they just walk down us like that? We get the ball. Boom, 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 punt. Minnesota Vikings get the ball back up 7. I feel like I popped the molly. I'm sweating. I didn't pop a molly, though. But I was sweating. And Patrick Robinson gets the pick 6. I think it was a pick 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pick 6. And the Minnesota Vikings, it was over. Defense put some points on the board. Offense fed off that. The best 2 games I've ever seen a quarterback play back-to-back. Love it. D. Greg said, I'll be in Philly for the Dolphins game. Everybody's going to that Dolphins game. They want to see a high-flying... Listen, this signing needed to be done. We need to have him, get him ready. We play the Rams this week. Hey, listen, Cooper Kupp, Tutu Atwell, they ain't no joke. Matthew Stafford with Sean McVay calling the plays, that ain't no joke. After the Rams, it's the Jets. They got good wide receivers, but the quarterback play is... When we play the Dolphins, this guy got to be acclimated. Sean Desai got to be used to the personnel on the field. Slay, Bradbury, Roby, Reed, Evans, Brown. That back end of our defense got to be legit. Because Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, They coming into Philly. Hopefully it's cold. They not used to that cold, but it's not going to be that cold. It's still going to be, October weather. We seen them drop a 70 burger. We also seen them get blown out. All I know is you're going to have your secondary legitly ready for when the Dolphins come to town. Bobby said Cooper Kupp is supposed to be back this week also. That's what I was seeing. That's what I meant. I know he was out, but the reports are he's supposed to be back this week. And so now Tutu's already been bowling out. You get Kupp back. And if he comes back this week, I think he's fully healthy because the Rams rushed him back the first time. That's why he got nicked back up, or at least maybe he was not rushed back in. But I think with back-to-back injuries from last year to this year, I think they're going to only play him if he's legitly healthy. So it's going to be a tall ask. Fitness Roofer said, I don't want to see soft coverage in this game or I'm going to be pissed. Agreed. I think Sean Desai showed some great schemes and play calling on first and second down. I think he played absolutely soft on third down. Now, he did play soft on other first and seconds, but all them blitzes, all 5 sacks. We did not get 1 sack on third down. You know that, right? Or did we? Maybe one of Nicholas Morrow's sacks were, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm going to rewatch it all 22 style very soon. I know Josh Sweat's wasn't. I know Hassan Reddick's forced the third down. I know 2 of Morrow's wasn't. Maybe one of Morrow's sacks was on third down. But I think all 5 sacks came on first and second down. Why? Because Sean Desai was blitzing. He was playing press. He was playing aggressive on first and second. And then on third down, he got scared. He got scared of that quarterback. Sam Howell. I'm not trying to pick on him. I think we'll see his career. But if you're going to, all I need is you to do is be consistent. Now, I know you're not going to be aggressive every single play, but don't be predictable. Aggressive on first, aggressive on second, chill on third. Aggressive on first, chill on second, chill on third. Like, you got to, I don't know, man. I just think that we fell back way too much on the most important down in football. A team that converts third downs on offense is a great offense. A team that gets off the field on third down is a great defense. Interceptions are cool. Fumbles are cool. Sacks are cool. But what did the defense do on third down? The money down. Get off the field for my offense. Offense, stay on the field so my defense don't got to come back on and we can end this with points. Antonio Holmes said Morrow's sack outside the pocket was third down. All right, and I did think that, I said I know 2 of them wasn't, but maybe 1 was. Shout out to my guy Antonio Holmes. And again, when I make a mistake, I know somebody in Eagle Nation going to hold me accountable, and that's why I ask you. You know what I mean? Do me a favor real quick, though. We got over 900 people in the building. Again, we talked about Bradley Roby. We've been live for 49 minutes. Again, if you want to come in and be a part of the conversation when we're really nitty-gritty talking about the title, you got to be here in the first 20 minutes or so. We always bring it back up, and if you guys bring it up in the comment section, see at the 45-plus minute mark, we talk about whatever's in the chat. But do me a favor. Let's see if we can get this to 500 likes and turn on that notification bell because we drop regular videos, all 22, opinions, news, rumors. We drop regular videos and we go live throughout the week. Plus, on Sundays, or I should say game days, because the Eagles play on prime time a lot this year, we do the live play-by-plays. We sip on some Crown Royal. We chill and we have a good time. All right, we got to get Paw Patrol up out of here. What's going on? Yeah, let's get him out for a second. Too much Paw Patrol. Especially because he's spamming it. Now, I'm going to ask y'all this. We've been talking about this a lot, and this is what the video is about, right? But I was going to do a video on how good the Eagles offense really is, which will be in tomorrow's video. I was going to talk about Claypool too. So I'm going to ask y'all, yes or no? I want to check the temperature in the chat. Yes or no? Should we make a move for Claypool? Understanding what the Eagles roster looks like right now, we just signed a slot corner who's 31, but played 10 games last year, 5 pass deflections, and a tackle for loss, and he was a part of a strong defense for the Saints. Yes or no? Everything in context. Claypool, should we go for it? First 2 answers are no, no, and we got a hell no. We got our first yes by Lewis. No, it affects said yes, it'll be cheap. No, 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 no. Okay, a lot of no's, which I thought would be the consensus in the building. Couple yeses, a little maybe. Boot said, yeah, if we give him a 5th round pick. All right. Someone said he's a cancer. King E said yes. He could be a hybrid tight end. Nevitt said, can he play slot receiver? Yes. He can play in the slot. He can play in the slot. There is such things as big slots. Fitness said Claypool can be a great goal line receiver with Goddard getting attention. I mean, we got a Dallas Goddard that is being underutilized, which we're going to talk about in tomorrow's video. Listen, I'm going to need y'all to hit the notification bell because tomorrow's video, I was working on it all day today. From about 2 o'clock to 4:30, I was working on a video, editing stuff, and then I get the breaking news of this, so I just went live instead. So that video is coming out tomorrow. King of the Eastern and 21 personnel chat said, shit, sign me. Hodge for 3 said more like a 7th. So the consensus in the chat is no. Not because we don't think he'll help the roster, not because we don't think that Claypool has talent, but I think Eagle Nation, who loves to think like a GM, listen, I don't want to say we're the smartest fan base, but I'm going to say it. Like, we're not afraid to say, this guy's playing like crap on our team. We hold our players accountable. We call it what it is. And we understand, yeah, we would all love. Now, if I asked y'all, would you take Claypool for free? Nobody's going to say no. But if you got to give up capital, that's where Eagle Nation says, I'd rather give up capital for something on the defense. Now, again, in a blink of an eye, the wide receiver room can go from one of the best wide receiver rooms to, oh my gosh, what just happened? That's where the Claypool trade could be handy. Howie thinking for down the road, just in case. And this is where I come in. I'm with everybody who said no. But if I find out that Claypool gets traded for a 6, then I'm going to be sick a little bit. Right now, I'm with everybody that says no. But if I find out that the Rams traded a 6th round pick for Claypool, then I'm like, I would have did that. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know the asking price. He is a healthy scratch. When you start becoming a healthy scratch on your team and say the things that he said, the Bears are not using me right, they might just want to get rid of him for a bag of Doritos. Now, I like Doritos, but I'd be willing to give him up for a year for Claypool. Shout out to my guy, Bald Eagle, with the $2 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagle!
Why do we need Claypool when we have Goddard? Now, Claypool, again, can play outside, inside. He can do everything a receiver can, right? Hey, Dallas can line up on the X2, possibly, if we ask him for. Signing Claypool would only be if Howie is just nervous about the fact that what happens if ... happens to the best receiving duo in the NFL. And I say ... because I don't want to speak it into existence, nothing like that. But I'm with you. If Claypool was on the Eagles, this still will be the pecking order. AJ, Devontae, 1A, 1B. The third guy who I'm going to in clutch or going to is Goddard. So Claypool will still be what? The fourth option. The fourth option. Goddard will always be our third, even if Claypool's on the team. But again, free, thinking about it. 6, thinking about it. But right now, I'm thinking about Bradley Roby on a 1-year deal, 31 years old, but comes in to help out the secondary. And I'm thinking about the safety position. I'm thinking about more depth on the linebacker position. And you know what else we got to really start talking about? And I want to get the conversation started in this live stream. And I'm going to take some of the things you said in this live stream and possibly add it into tomorrow's video. But here it is. If Nakobe Dean is healthy in a week or so, do you take Nicholas Morrow out? Yes or no? And you can tell me a little bit why, but first let's go yes or no. Nakobe Dean's healthy in a week or so. Do you take Nicholas Morrow out? Waiting to hear this. Antonio Holmes, the first one, he said no. Renzo, no. Vic, no. Jonathan, talking. CJ, nope, nope. Oh, no. Mikey T, Eddie, Luke, all says no. Swollen City, the first yes. K Mamas, Eric Walker, Drew, James, CJ, Daryl, Jim, all said no. Michael said yes. Boot said yes for a few snaps. Alexander, no. Ash, no. Wheel said hell to the no. A bunch of no's. Jose Serrano with a no. Joseph Tyson, no. Mara's playing too good. No. Selena G said Morrow got... Nicholas Morrow got that fire symbol by his name. That's like that Space Jam stuff. Yeah, he's playing too good. He's playing too good. You don't now. If he comes back to Earth, and I can't even say comes back to Earth because this is not the only. See, people on Twitter think that this is the only game Nicholas Morrow played good. I gotta tell y'all something right now, and I keep giving out a little bit of my nuggets for tomorrow's video. But let's talk about a nugget that is going to be in tomorrow's video right now. Through 4 weeks of the National Football League, the highest graded linebacker is Roquan Smith, right? I don't even know I gotta check the video again because I don't know my stats. There it is. The highest graded linebacker in the National Football League is Roquan Smith. Not week 4, not week 3, through 4 weeks of football. He graded out at 89.4. The second highest graded linebacker through 4 weeks of football, not just the Commanders game, is Nicholas Morrow, 84.9. It is what it is. Shout out to my guy, It Effect, with the $5 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
I would side Claypool. It could be a mismatch. He can play the slot. I think Dean should play outside linebacker, leave Morrow in the middle. We need to go to 5 D linemen at a time. So you're saying play a lot less nickel and play more with 3 linebackers. So you're going to take Bradley Roby off the field for Nakobe Dean. That is what 5 down is, right? You would play your 4 defensive linemen, an extra linebacker, which would be your 4-3 base set. You play less nickel, more base, and use Nakobe Dean, Morrow, and Cunningham. I think this league is transitioning into a nickel as a base defense. But look, I agree with your premise on Claypool. I think he's a very good slot receiver, underrated. You look at big, tall, not too fast. That's still a skill set for the slot. But again, it would have to be nearly free for me to do something about it. Shout out to my guy, Bald Eagle, with the $2 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
Trade for Claypool over starting Dean. So you're saying if I had to pick one, that's how much you're for keeping Nicholas Morrow, and I ain't mad at you, Bald Eagle. Morrow's not, as Selena said, he got that fire symbol over him. Stu Vision said Roby gives you more flexibility to rotate linebackers. There you go. I'm with that. Eyeshine said Morrow and Dean are the same size. But Morrow is always around the ball. Roby is 31 years old. It's a 1-year deal. Last year he played for the Saints. And he had, come here, Aiden. Last year, for the people just getting here, shout out to my guy Eyeshine. Roby is 31 years old. Last year he played for the Saints, started 10 games, 1 tackle for loss, 5 pass deflections. Solid outing. You're talking about a Saints defense that was top 10. He's not the reason it was top 10, but he's not he's a part of it. You know what I mean? My son's coming up. It's about that time for me to end this too, because we've been going for an hour and 3 minutes. Shout out to everybody coming through. Let's read this super chat though. Chris Thomason, 55, with the $2 super chat.
EAGLES Eagles!
Rather have Buda Baker over Claypool. And I think that's where the fan base goes to, right? If we're talking about Claypool, that means we're looking for trades. And if it's eeny, meeny, miny, mo, one of these guys gotta go, it's Claypool. Because the idea for trading for Claypool comes along depth at the wide receiver in case of injury, and he's very cheap, trade value-wise, because the Bears are giving up on him. Buda Baker transcends this defense, so I'm with Chris Thomason, 55. Buda Baker is still the top priority when it comes to trades or any high-quality safety, because I'm not saying Justin Evans and Cindy Brown are garbage, but keep them as depth. But Buda Baker is an upgrade. Robert Dredden said Blue Jays scored a run. Red October. I like it. JJ said, how the hell Morrow was on the practice squad? Listen, it's not just us. Before Nicholas Morrow made the practice squad, right? We cut him. We cut him. When you cut or release a guy, for him to join your practice squad, he has to clear waivers. Clear waivers. That means 31 other teams had the opportunity to get him. 31 other teams had the opportunity to say, hey, we'll take a flyer on him as a depth piece. He cleared waivers. The Eagles brought him back to the practice squad. We had Kobe Dean, Zach Cunningham, and Christian Ellis. We even brought back Ben Van Summeren before him. A dude who had 11 tackles, 10 solos, 3 sacks, 3 tackles for loss, 3 quarterback hits, and a forced fumble in one game. First Eagle to ever do that. He's not going to play every game this good, but he's always around the ball, right? The forced fumble was him. And look, so far, him and Zach Cunningham, they've been great against the run too, right? We're looking at what he's doing via sacks. Week 4 against the Commanders. But, like, him and Zach have been part of the reason why we've been good against the run. Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Fletch too. But he cleared waivers, then sat behind a UDFA. Ridiculous. But I'm glad nobody took him. And now everybody knows who he is. Shout out to LT with a $2 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
Roby basically brings what Pat Robb did during 17. I like that. I like it. Now, look, Patrick Robertson came to the Eagles when he was older, right? They played him outside on the Saints the year before he came to the Eagles, and he was not good. Patrick Robertson comes. He gets beaten preseason. Eagle fans ain't happy with him. They move him to the slot. He has the best slot corner rating on PFF throughout the whole year, and he was clutch to get into the Super Bowl in that Vikings game. I don't know if he's going to be able to follow that up, but with Bradbury sliding out, now that we got Roby, so Bradbury goes back outside, Job goes to the bench, Roby comes next to him. Roby's playing with a top 5 pass rush in the National Football League. That's going to help his play. 2 great corners on the outside, although a lot of people are upset with Slay's play. Overall, he's still great. And it's in a solid safety group when you got Reed Blankenship, Justin Evans, and Sidney Brown rotating with his maybe a little Terrell Edmonds. We got to see less Terrell Edmonds. Edmonds has played pretty good this season, minus the Commanders game. Why? Because he's good in short spurts, not playing long snaps. But Roby has better players around him on this defense than he did last year on another top 10 defense named the Saints. The Eagles just got to get it together. And it's partly Sean Desai on third down. Stop being scared. Shout out to my guy Wheels with the $5 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
We about to get up out of here in a little bit. Bro, I'll say it. Edmonds stinks. He was lost and turned around more times last game than I could count. And again, I co-sign he was not good at all versus the Commanders. He's only played sparingly throughout the first 3 weeks. Justin Evans was missed. When Reed Blankenship was out, he was missed. We haven't really got to see Reed and Evans because guess what happened? Evans was suspect the first game when Reed was playing. Then Reed got hurt. Then Justin stepped up a little bit and Reed wasn't there. Then Reed comes back and Justin gets hurt. And Sidney gets hurt. So we haven't seen more than a game and a half. We haven't seen 2 games back-to-back with Blankenship, Evans, and Sidney Brown. I don't know how they do the rotation. More Evans, more Brown. Most likely it's going to be more Blankenship and Evans the way the Eagles have been portraying it. But if they sprinkle in Brown, then only sprinkle in Terrell Edmonds on heavy sets because Terrell can tackle, can't cover, as my guy Will said, around and around he goes, and I co-sign. It starts to look different. It starts to look different. Shout out to my guy, though, Robert Dredden with the $5 super chat.
E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles!
He said, here's to ESPN for crowning the 49ers Cowboys as NFC champs and ignoring us. They can blow it out they bleep. Go Birds.
Eagles. Eagles.
Yeah, I love it, right? Cowboys. Cowboy fans are funny. We the best. Lose to the Cardinals. Oh, no. Now they beat the Patriots. We the best. Cowboy fans are going to be Cowboy fans. We about to get a Cowboy fan on here. We're going to do our collab with me and CFT very soon, talking about who's the best team in it, blah, 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 blah. Because right now, the Giants stink. The Commanders, 500. Cowboys, 3-1. Eagles, 4-0. Only 2 teams, 4-0. 2 teams. Edmonds is not good. I agree. JJ said, Philly Mike. Philly Mike what? Question for everyone. Is this team better than last year's? Oh. Well, I can't. Through 4 games? Through 4 games. We beat the Lions by a little bit. We beat the Vikings nice. We beat the Bucks nice, right? Who else? What was our first 4 games? It's hard to say because when you think of last year's team, you don't just picture the first 4 weeks. You picture everything that happened, the whole ride to the Super Bowl. But I think we had some questions at 4-0. We were healthier last year than this year. I think we've already battled more adversity on the defensive side with injuries than we had to do almost all last year. And a small sample size, too. Shout out to my guy, It Effect, with the $2 super chat.
Eagles. Eagles.
He said, let's run with Swift and Penny KG last. Hey, listen, Kenny G fumbling while he's already not getting touches is a horrible look. Horrible look. AC said, keeping it objective. San Fran looks like the best team in the league. Respect. Eagle fans can keep it objective. Right now, I would say that. But they're going to have to beat us to show us. And they're going to have to stay undefeated to show us because, again, we're not playing our best ball, but we're winning. Maybe San Fran feels the same. But maybe San Fran's already playing their best ball. I'd rather play my best ball in December. Later in the season. Need that number 1 spot, though. Only 1 team gets a bye. Joshua said, great signing on the cornerback. I agree. Witch King said, dude really dropped a ball in slow motion. Terrell Edmonds dropped the ball in slow motion. Let me show y'all real quick. I have it on here. That was part of my 3rd down stuff. Again, I think the defense had some really aggressive, nice calls on 1st and 2nd down, right? But Sean Desai's defense on 3rd was bad. Like, again, the wide open plays. 3rd and 4. This is one of the wide open ones. You can't allow that. But again, it was on 3rd down. You're supposed to get off the field. The play that Slay was jogging on. 3rd and 4. Catches it wide open. Slay's jogging. Bradbury didn't get beat. But then again, another 3rd down. A penalty. Holding. Terrell Edmonds. Perfect situation. The D-line gift wrapped this INT for him. I'm getting sick again because watching that interception. And he dropped it. And then Job, he gets beat on the last play. A little push off from Dotson. But, yeah, you can't drop that. Butter. Dang, I need some water. With that being said, we've been live for an hour and 14 minutes. Again, if you're getting in late, we talked all about this signing. Not only did we sign him, but he wanted. There was 2 or 3 other teams in the mix for Bradley Roby. But he came to Philly because he thinks he can put us over the top to get back to where we need to be, the Super Bowl. With that being said, shout out to y'all. Again, hit the like button. If you're already subscribed, cool. But if you turn on that notification bell, you'll be here within the first 20 minutes, you know? Some of y'all ride or dies too. Y'all been here for a minute, like Trill Will, Eddie Holmes. Life is busy, but again, I wasn't even going to go live today. I haven't been going live throughout the week. But breaking news happens. That's where that bell comes in handy. Listen, you can watch it back on the rerun if you want. A lot of other Eagle content creators should be going live and or dropping videos on this. The video is going to drop today. Will be dropped tomorrow early, around 12 o'clock. Turn notifications on because a lot of stuff is going to be in that. And I will speak a little bit on this and how it pertains to what we were talking about of total defense so far through 4 weeks and blah, 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 blah. With that being said, I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. Appreciate everybody coming through. We are out. Where's the thing? Again, you can always rewind it to the beginning and hear what we got to say and what all the great Eagle fans had to say. We out.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking Sixers in the Bird Gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, we showing up and we gon' fight. You see, we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, Eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.